Okay, another example we can do here is number 6 from homework 2. So this was requested by a student in Monday's class. And it's a little different take on what we've been doing, but the same basic formula. So if I look here, I have a house that's purchased for $30,000 and resold 5 years later for $44,080. What annual rate of growth did the house appreciate? Okay, so that's different in that if we think about what this is in a timeline, we have $30,000 in year 0, and 5 years later we sell it for 44,080, right? Now we want to have got these values, we want to know what I is. And so when we look at what we have, okay, it is a single payment. It's not really a series because it's one payment that we have and one in the future. So there's an example of how I did this in our lecture that we did week 2, the second lecture, where we compute what the discount rate is or the interest rate is. But what we're going to use is just simple compounding or discounting formula, right? If you look at it, we've got a future value, a present value, a time length, and we want to know what that I is. So let's work it through. So we've got VO equals 30,000. We've got VT, the future value is 44,080. And we've got a time that's going to be 5 years. And we've got this discount rate, or this I, that we want to know, right? So what's our I? So we could use either the discounting or compounding. It's easiest to work, I think, in this case with the first equation on the sheet. So VT equals VO times 1 plus I to the T, right? But we want to get this I out of here, so we're going to go through some simple math steps to kind of get it so we can solve for it. First thing we're going to do is divide both sides by VO, so we're going to get rid of it out here, right? So now we would have VT over VO, and when we divide this side it goes away, and we just have 1 plus I to the T, right? So basically we took 1 over VO on both sides, and we've got this new formulation. Now we need to get rid of this exponent because we need this I out of there. So the way to do this is to take both sides of the equation in their entirety to the 1 over T power. So what that would look like here is VT over VO. I'm going to use brackets so I know that I get that done. And 1 over T, that's that exponent. And over here, when I do this to the 1 over T, it makes it to the 1, which means we just have 1 plus I. Okay, so we've taken both sides to the 1 over T. Now our last step is going to be to take our VT over VO to the 1 over T, and we're just going to subtract 1 from each side. Minus 1 equals I. So we've taken that basic formula that we have, our simple compounding formula, and we've manipulated it to solve for I. So now we can put our values in, our VT being 44,080 over 30,000 to the 1 over 5 minus 1 equals I. And what we find there is that 0.08 equals I, right, which equals 8%, our answer up above. So how would you do this in Excel? So that was another question that we had. You would just take in brackets your 44,080 over 30,000, and then put that symbol, right, which is our exponent, and then over here 1 over 5 minus 1, right? If you type that into your Excel sheet, you're going to get 8% is the answer. So hope that was helpful on number 6, right? We're just manipulating these basic formulas. It was a little kinky in that we're solving for I, which is in our our formulas here, and we were given two values, but they're really just the same value at 2 points in time, and we're trying to figure out the I that we use to get there. All right, thanks guys, and have fun.